Good evening, everyone. It's been a week or so that we have not had our meetings due to our convention and other activities. But thank God today we are here, and I'm happy to see all of you joining us for today's training. And today we are starting a new course. Today we are starting a new course which is on human rights and social justice. Human rights and social justice. And I believe for you to be in this training today, you want to know what is it all about, human rights and justice systems. I don't know how is the justice system in your country. I don't know how is the justice system in your own environment, but in some environment, it's quite a very terrible situation. And we are happy that you find time to join today's training to be part of the training. So I'm so happy to welcome all of you for today's training. You have been amazing. From the one we started this training has been amazing, moving from one step to another. And today we are here for another course. We just finished peace and conflict management. That course I did not finish the way I wanted, but I'll assume that I'll finish it for now. Let's see how the next batch of the training will be concerning that course, because there are some certain things that I needed to have demonstrated that I didn't do because I didn't have the right materials to do what I needed to do. I'm just trying to get that material now. Once I get that material, our training will be better, more engaging, and more participatory. So um I'm still on it. So just people should just pardon me small. So that it will not just be talking alone. We'll be demonstrating, you'll be seeing some things and carrying out certain analysis to help you understand the course better and all of that. So for um for peace and conflict management training, those of you that are to do your presentation, please, we don't have much time because as of by 15th of this month, I'll be very busy and I wouldn't want to be entertaining the issue of presentation. So I want us to finish the issue of presentation. Let me know that I have only lectures to do, which I know that I can do my activities and then come back by 7 to do my lectures. Do you understand? So let's finish everything presentation and examination before 15th of this month. So everybody should take notice. We are finishing everything concerning peace and conflict management by 15th of next month. All right. We are not exceeding. Examination is going to be on the 15th. presentation is going to end on the 15th. Whether you present or not, it's going to end. All right. So better do your best to make your presentation for your own good and for the good of those that are learning from you. So I want to welcome all of you from Zambia, Zimbabwe, Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, Ethiopia, Malawi, Lesotho, Botswana, the Gambia, South Sudan, Cameroon. From where you are joining us, we would like to welcome you on today's training, and we also encourage that you share the link with people. Put it on your wall. Let them be aware of what is happening here. Let them know that something is happening here. Send it to your friends, send it to your loved ones. Let them also participate in this training. This is just the first day of the training, so there's still room for people to register. So just send the link across to them. Let them join the WhatsApp group so that they can be part of this training. It's going to be a wonderful training, so let them join. All right. So thank you very much for taking time to be part of today's training. My name again remains Mr. Tavuli Joshua. I'm the registrar of the Institute of Global Peace and Conflict Management, and we are here to learn. And another interesting aspect of it all is that our online induction, for those of you that want to become members of the Institute, and but you could not participate in our physical induction. Maybe you are in another country, or maybe you are within Nigeria, but the distances were not favorable. You can join the online induction. Do you understand? Yes, we have several people from different countries who are indicating interest to be part of that induction. And some have already paid their fee already. I get a point now to be part of that induction. And then another amazing thing that is coming up is we have identified 15 countries that want to have country coordinators, GPT coordinators, training coordinators in those countries. At least we have at least five officials in each of those countries, about 15 of those countries. The flyer will soon be out, and the conditions to apply will also be stated. And one of those conditions is going to be those that are members of the institute. All right. So if you are not a member of the institute, it will be very hard for you to schedule. So it's better you make efforts if you want to represent the institute to be a member, so that in this induction, so that you can represent us, because we will be comfortable to work with people who are members of the institute. All right. And then of course, once we have somebody who is a member of the institute, even if you are one in that country, you can still start something and mobilize people, and through you can help train others, and then get them inducted, and also we'll move forward. So that is just it. So even if it's one person we have in a country that is inducted, we can start working with that person. You understand? So that is it. So thank you very much. Today we are going to look at human rights and social justice. Human rights and social justice. Someone say injustice to one is injustice to all. That is, if there is any form of injustice today and you keep quiet, right? It means that injustice will come to you once somehow, whether to you directly, or to your child, or to your relations, or anybody close to you. So injustice is to one is injustice to all. An abuse of a right of a person is an abuse to all. So when you see the rights of people being abused, don't keep quiet. When you see a situation whereby people face injustices, don't keep quiet. Say something. If you keep quiet, it means that it is just like it's like ashes. You know, when you throw ashes, they still throw back at you, right? You may ignore injustice today, but just wait and watch. Tomorrow it will come back to you. I saw a video online some times ago where a professor of law entered in a class, and then he asked a student to stand up and walk out of the class, and the student was wondering what was the offense, and the lecturer the lecturer told her never to enter his class again, and that he doesn't want to see her anymore in his class. And this lady walked out of the class. No student protested, no student complained. And then the lecturer turned to the student and asked them, the basis of legal systems. Do you understand? And they said justice. And so he asked them, so what has happened here now? And why is that none of you protested? Because the gay committed no offense. I just asked us to go out. And none of you stood up and say a thing. You watch how the event play out and you keep quiet without saying anything. So it means that I can wake up and send anyone away from the class and nobody protests. And that will continue. Do you understand? So injustice to one is injustice to all. An abuse to anybody's rights and abuse to everybody's right. Right? Because the rights of humans are equal. The rights of humans are inalienable. That is, they are indivisible. I get the point now. So once one person suffers, you also suffer. It's just like you have all the parts of your body together. Do you understand? You have all your body parts. If your leg hit the stone, what happens? Your hand will first go there. Your mouth will shout. Your eye. That's if the pain is too much. Your eye flow with tears. I get the point now. That's how the rights of people are being connected. You cannot divide it. Do you understand? So if you allow an abuser to walk away with with abuse that he or she committed, it means that you are also a culpable to that offense. Do you understand? Because you have to say something, even if what you say is not taken serious, it's not a problem. You say something, do something. Do you understand? But don't keep quiet. Keeping quiet means that you are an accomplice. You are just an accomplice to that offense. All right. So this is what we're looking at here today. So we're looking at human rights. But what we're looking at now is basically the foundations. All right. So we're looking at the introduction, which is the unit one. We'll be looking at introduction to human rights. Introduction to what? Human rights. That's what we're going to look at. So human rights. So we are looking at module one, unit one, introduction to human rights. So we'll be looking at the definition and the scopes of human rights. We'll also look at um, the philosophical foundations of human rights. Philosophical foundations of human rights. We'll also look at the key historical milestones of human rights. So these are the things that we're going to cover in today's training. All right. So if you were to speak, although you are not speaking but you are tapping, so it's good that you are still speaking with me, so you can tap it. So if I ask you what is human rights, you have your own definitions to say, all right? Because there are several definitions of human rights, but there are the ones that are well recognized and maybe globally accepted, all right? So human rights, you can define it in your own understanding, but we have a definition here that will guide all definitions. Do you understand? And I believe that you can work with this and that will be better. So human rights are inherent. Human rights are what? Inherent, universal, inalienable. That's inalienable and indivisible rights that belongs to every individual simply by virtue of being human. By the virtue of the fact that you are a human being, you have these rights. Do you understand? By the virtue of the fact So by the virtue of the fact that you are a human being, you have this right, all right? You are entitled to enjoy this right. That's what we say they are what inherent, universal, inalienable, and indivisible. Indivisible. That is, you cannot separate it, you cannot divide, you cannot divide it. You understand? You cannot separate it, you cannot divide it. So by the fact that I am a human being gives me the right to enjoy these rights. All right, you will get to know those rights that by virtue of your existence as a human being, you are entitled to enjoy. All right, some of them are, most of them are enshrined in our constitutions in our various countries. You understand? And so we have the right to enjoy those rights. And some of them, and in fact, the grand human rights rules are embedded in the United Nations Charter under the Universal Declaration. Do you understand? So you will get to know all of those things, and they will help you and they will guide you as well. So what are the key features of human rights? Right? Key features of human rights. All right. We are saying that these rights are essential for what? Ensuring dignity, equality, and freedom for all people, irrespective of their race, gender, nationality, religion, and any other status. So it doesn't matter your color, it doesn't matter the language you are speaking, it doesn't matter where you come from, whether you are black, yellow, red, white, albino, and whatever, join. You are entitled to enjoy this right because you are a human. What makes us human is not the color we carry, it's not the language we speak, okay? But by who we are, right? By who we are. We are humans. We are not animals, all right? So what you are make you a human, and so be human, all right? So key features of human rights include universality. That is, human rights are applicable to everyone, everywhere, without discrimination. Without what? Discrimination. They are universally acceptable. The right you enjoy in Nigeria are the same right you enjoy in Cameroon, in Ghana, in Botswana, in Malawi, in Togo, in Burkina Faso, in even in Somalia. The same thing that you enjoy in America, in UK, in France, in Germany, in Russia, and anywhere in the world. So they are universally what? Acceptable, right? I cannot just go, I cannot step my feet in London, then you arrest me because you will come and ask me, why are you here? No, you cannot just come and then begin to ask me such question. Or you say, by right, I'm not supposed to be here. No, I'm here because I have the right to be there. Do you understand? Except when that the right will only be limited where I am a danger or I constitute a danger to the rights of others, or where I have gone against the law that my rights will be limited. Otherwise, I can have the right to enjoy myself anywhere I find myself, so far as I'm not looking for anybody's trouble and nobody's looking for my own trouble. Do you understand? That is what it is. So inalienability, inalienability, that is, this right cannot be taken away. They are inalienable. That is inalienable. They cannot be taken away, right? Except in specific situations like lawful imprisonments, when you yourself have constituted a threat to my rights, to the existence of the state, and or the good of the society, that you are being taken out lawfully and then are being detained and separated from good people like us. That's the day you cease to be good and cease to be a good person. You are denying yourself some rights, all right? Even though you may have the opportunity, you have the, by virtue of your existence, you are to enjoy them. But by the fact that you have decided not to live the way you're supposed to live, then you by yourself, you have started denying yourself certain rights. That's the day you choose to become a terrorist. Number one, you are telling us that, well, now I have decided to become animalistic, a carnivorous animal. So now I am no longer qualified to live among the people. So let me be separated. So at that time, at that point, you'll be separated from lawful people. Are you getting the point now? Or the day you decided to say, well, in this house, you are the husband, and so you you are the only person that can live. Your wife doesn't have a life. Your children doesn't have a life. It's you that have a good life that you can live, and then you can do whatever you want to do. You beat, you abuse, you maltreat, you manhandle, you do whatever. Just know that you have started denying yourself certain rights, because the day the law will come for you, you discover that you don't have any right anymore. Do you understand? You will be separated and you'll be limited. You understand? Not that you don't have, you still have the, except the offense is so grievous that even the right to live will also be denied. That's where sometimes people are being executed, whether by gun firing or by whatever means. Do you understand? So at that point, they have gone to an extreme, and the state has looked at their behavior and said that even though you have the right to live, but by your virtue of, you know, what you have become now, you are no longer livable. You cannot live with the people again. The society cannot accommodate you with other meaningful societal persons. So the best thing is to take you off. Do you understand? Take you out of the system. So that's why some people, I'm not talking about people that will kill unjustly. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people that will kill lawfully based on what they have admitted that they have committed. Do you understand? So that's what it is. So inalienability, that's, it cannot be taken away. But if you want it to be taken away, it can still be taken away, but it's your choice. It's your choice. It's not because the law is there. The law is not there to take you right away. The law is only there to guide you to live your rights. Right. Are you getting the point now? Live your life right. That's just what the law is there for you, not for your destruction. It's for your own good. All right. So number three characteristics of human rights is indivisibility. That is, it is indivisible because it is civil, it is political, it is economic, it is social, it is cultural oriented. These are rights. Rights for civil engagement, right for political participation, right for economic engagement, right for social interaction, and right for cultural interaction, cultural exhibitions, right? All of these rights are interconnected and are equally what important, because you cannot separate this. All of us, we participate in civil activities, isn't also? We also participate by nature. We are political animals. All right. The political scientists say we are political animals. So because we like to associate, we like to compete, we like to identify, we like to dominate, we like to control. All of those things are political tendencies. So we are political animals. So in economy, all of us are hustling. All of you are hustling. Isn't also? You are hustling. It's hustle. Some of you, this the reason why you're hustling for this certificate is because you want to go and hustle for job or for promotion for recognition in your office. Or it will add value for you to hustle more to earn more. Are you understand now? That's the reason why you are here. More hustle. So I'm just to nourish, to enlighten yourself and then know your rights so that you can defend yourself very well when you are hustling. You understand? So it has indirect or direct way of benefiting you. So that's what it is. So we are all hustling here. Economy. Do you understand? So social and cultural rights. Culturally, we have cultural affinities and we have the right of that identification. I have my own culture. In Nigeria, we have several cultures. Do you understand? We have over 300 what? Languages. Do you understand? So many tribes. And so also in many of the African countries and other countries of the world. So cultural, and then they come with other issues like belief systems. Do you understand? So so all of these things are interconnected, and by this definition, it means, or by these characteristics, we are saying that they are indivisible. That's, you cannot divide them. They are interconnected. Equality and non-discrimination. Another characteristics. Equality and what? Non-discrimination. By rights, we are all equal, right? We are all equal because the rights say the rights to live. So who wants to live and die and want another to die? Who wants to associate and doesn't want others to associate? Who wants to move but doesn't want others to move? So all of us are equal by these rights, right? So I'm not talking about by privilege you have more money than them, another person, then you feel that that person should not lead because you have money more than me. You want, there's some, I don't want to mention some cases. I don't want to mention issues now. Because there's some issues that are in the court of law. So I don't want to talk much about it. But the truth of the matter is that sometimes when people have money, they feel that others should live while others should die because they have money. No, we all are entitled to live, right, and enjoy these rights that God has given to us. All right. The accountability and the rule of law. Accountability and what? Rule of law. So government and institutions are accountable for respecting and protecting human rights. So it's very unfortunate that some institutions don't understand, or they understand but they deliberately undermine their responsibilities and sometimes compromise where they're supposed to act, they shy away. And then what's happening? What is happening is that people are suffering when institutions are supposed to be responsible, right? Institutions are supposed to be responsible. Maybe for what's I don't know whether for whatever reasons, for whatever interest they are to benefit from shying away. I don't know. So what are the scopes of human rights? The scope of human rights, right? We have defined human rights. We have looked at the characteristics of human rights. And let me just, by way of, you know, by way of summary, we say that human rights are what? They are universally acceptable, they are inalienable, they are indivisible, they are what? They are more of equality, they are more of, you know, of accountability. That is, they are institutions that are accountable for this right to protect the rights of the people, the police, the judicial system, and the rest. All right. So let's look at the scope of human rights. We have civil and what political rights. Civil and what political rights. There are cases that are political, there are cases that are civil. You understand? So, rights to live, for instance, the right to live, that's the right to life, freedom of speech, equality before the law, freedom of assembly. All of these are what civil and political rights. All right. These are civil and political rights. The rights to live or to life, the freedom of speech, because nobody should gauge me now. I should be able to speak. If I see something, the police in my own country say, if you see something, say something. And sometimes you see something, you say something, and then they take you to the very people that say, if you see something, say something. I don't know. I don't want to talk much because I know I have some of them joining us here to learn something here. So let me not come and pursue them away. They will come and say, and this guy is always talking against us. So I don't want to talk against anybody. So, but if I'm a police officer here, and if I've said that if we see something, we should say something. Please, if we say something, more that they understand, I beg, so that we'll continue to say something. Otherwise, this is the reason why we are not been saying something. We see something, but we keep quiet because if we say something, it will land you into trouble. So it's better you keep quiet. Hmm? So we are saying something. Help us to say something the more so that our society will be better. All right? That's it. So these are the rights. Then we talk about economic, social, and cultural rights. Rights to work, rights to education, right to health, right to cultural participation. I should participate in I should participate in Juma prayers. I should participate in Sunday schools. I should participate in other traditional festivities like Yam Festival, all those festive areas, or the masquerade dance, and all of those things. They are rights. You have the right to participate so far as you are comfortable with your culture and what your culture believes in and adopted. You can go ahead and enjoy yourself. All right. You have the right to do it because it's your culture. It's not somebody else's culture, it's your own. All right. And in fact, sometimes even people's culture, they can still invite you to come and celebrate with them. I know we used to travel to Igede Akpa to go and celebrate Yam Festival. You understand? But I'm not an Igede man. But I used to travel to Igede to go and celebrate Yam Festival. Do you understand? Some of you in the eastern part of this country celebrate yam festivals. People go there celebrate New Year's festivals. You go and celebrate. Celebrate Christmas. People go there and celebrate Christmas. You understand? So these are cultural activities. So you have the right to enjoy these things. So collective rights to self-determination. That is, you feel that where you are as maybe as a people, you don't have any sense of belonging again, and nobody is also giving you a sense of belonging, and you want to go, you have the right to say, this union, I don't want to continue with it again. I want to be on my own. Right to self determination. This self determination even go a long way to say, even in marriages, when people feel that it's no longer working, I am going. I can't do again. I don't want to do again. So you are free to lawfully disengage, all right? So I say lawfully disengage, all right? So that's what it means. So right to self-determination. We have some people that have a group of tribes or regions that are aggrieved, all right? And they have been agitating, saying, let my people go, let my people go, let my people go, simply because they don't have a sense of belonging, and nobody's also giving them a sense of belonging. So they are asking, let these people go, and then it's becoming a problem. But they have the right towards self-determination, right? So development, right towards development. All of us must become something, must move forward, all right? Must You cannot remain the way you are. Develop yourself, become what you want to become. Peace, right to enjoy peace. Nobody is to enjoy violence, but enjoy peace. Myself, I enjoy peace. And a healthy environment. A healthy what environment? Not a chaotic environment. A chaotic environment is a disastrous environment. An unhealthy society or unhealthy environment is an unhealthy economy. All right. So these are the scopes of human rights: civil and political rights, economic, social, and cultural rights, and then collective what rights. That is the right as a group of people you determine where you want to be. All right. So we are moving forward. We are moving forward. We are going to look at some philosophical foundations of human rights. Philosophical what foundations of human rights. What are those philosophies that we can consider as the basis or the background or the the foundations of human rights? We have the natural law theory. The natural what law theory. What does this theory says? It says that human rights are derived from moral principles inherent in human nature and reasons. Right? Human rights are derived from what? Moral principles inherent in human nature and reason. So, by nature of creation, by way of creation, we are entitled to enjoy these rights. So natural law theory is that it was being, um, coined by Aristotle. Thomas Aquinas were responsible for this theory, the natural law theory. Right? It emphasizes the universality and timelessness of human rights. The universality and what? Timelessness of human rights. That is, human right doesn't have a time to an end. The day it ends, the day you die. But so far as you are alive, healthy, kicking, whether you are healthy or not, but so far as you are still kicking, you are entitled to this right. Okay. If you are kicking, thank God. If you are not kicking, but you are still entitled to enjoy this right. Do you understand? So that's what it means. The second philosophical foundations of human rights is the social contract theory. The social what? Contract theory, where according to John Locke, they say life was so sorely poor, nasty, short, brutish. Do you understand? And then what happened? The human beings come together and say, let's come and surrender some of our rights to the state. Let the state help manage our rights. Do you understand? So human rights emerge from agreements among individuals to create what? A society and a government. So people just came together and said, well, the way we have been living is not quite good. That is where the state of the survival of the fittest, where the strong live while the weak dies. It's not a good way of living. Come, let's surrender our rights to the state. Let the state govern us. Let the state administer our rights. Let the state help secure, safeguard our rights. Do you understand? This is the angle where the social contract theory are coming from. And what's the argument? The argument is that life in the in the nature of human is too brutal, is too harsh, nasty, very short, and useless. So it's better we should come together, surrender our rights to the state, and let people to represent us and let them monitor and manage this our rights. It's very unfortunate that people who are elected don't feel that we are in charge. So they continue to abuse, manipulate people, you know, and maltreat people. Take economic policies that will kill people and they don't care. Or you see, the people surrender their rights and you are enjoying a position. So social contract theory. Otherwise, if it were left on, say, let there be survival of the fittest, I don't think Tinubu will be president today. So because by nature, he he doesn't have the stamina to be there. Do you understand? So, but we surrender our rights. So it's not by survival of the fittest. So he's there. And maybe the society would have been so chaotic because nobody, nobody will be willing to. We would have destroyed. In fact, by now we would have finished destroying ourselves. Maybe the strongest will be standing, but the strongest among them will also be fighting and killing. You understand? So that's it. So social contract theory says, come, let's surrender our rights and let the state and the society manage them for us. So key proponents of this theory are John Locke, Jean Jacques Rousseau. So all of them were responsible and contributed a lot. Locke emphasized life, liberty, and prosperity. All right. That is, John Locke emphasized what? Life, liberty, and property as natural rights that government must protect. Must protect. Enlightenment philosophy. Another philosophical element we are looking at is enlightenment what philosophy. Enlightenment. Emphasis on reason, individual autonomy, and universalism. That is, we have the freedom, we have the autonomy, we have the universality of achieving whatever we want to achieve, become whatever we want to become. You understand? And all of that. Key proponents are Immanuel Kant and Voltaire. All of them were responsible for this theory. Then we'll talk about utilitarianism as another philosophical foundation to human rights. What? Utilitarianism. Utilitarianism. So it focuses on what? Maximizing the greatest happiness for the greatest number. Maximizing the greatest happiness for the greatest number. Jeremy Bentham, John Stott, all right, are responsible for this. They are often critical for neglecting individuals' rights. It has influenced policies aimed at collective welfare. Collective welfare. Policies that aim to bring welfare to the generality of the people. That's because the aim is greatest what number, greatest happiness for greatest number. I get a point now. So that many people should enjoy happiness, should be happy, should be enjoy, should be glad. Nobody should be sad. Then everybody is more or less like a communist kind of theory. Let everybody, or a socialist theory. You understand? Let everybody be happy. Because communism is not a good one. Communism is the one that these people are practicing. What do you call it? And even Unitarianism itself is not utilitarianism is also not a good system, because this is the one North Korea is practicing. And in North Korea, you better be happy for yourself, because if you choose to be angry, they will help you to just go. You understand? You cannot protest. Who born you that you go and protest against government or against the decision that man is taking? That tall man in North Korea, a very tall man. He's very very tall. You understand? Very tall. He may not be tall by appearance of the body, but he's very tall inside. Always going for tall. You see all those ballistic missiles, long range, very long ones. So that's what I'm saying here. So if you want to protest against his government, he will just put you where you belong. You understand? That's why he is there. Utilitarianism. So, but for them, they are looking for happiness for people. Greatest will just be happy. Be happy. But that's what that theory was all about. Do you understand? So, but the essence is that let the people be happy. Let the people be happy. There should not be problem. Because it's because of problem that people begin to hate people, begin to kill, begin to do crime against one another. Do you understand? Let there be no competition, because competition, that's why I say this theory is more or less like under communist or socialist system, because it cannot function in capitalist where um you understand. So that's why it is. Marxist Marxist critics is another philosophical foundation. Critics the liberal conception of human rights as ignoring economic inequality and structural injustice. So key components: Marx advocates for social and economic rights as prerequisite for what? True freedom and equality. Marx say, if you like, say I'm human. And I'm human. I am enjoying this right. I am entitled to enjoy this right. But so far as you don't have money and you don't have a social class, you don't have a class, you don't have class, you are nobody. Sir, you have money, you need class so that you can protect and enjoy this right. Otherwise, your rights will be denied. Yeah, yeah. You don't you see that because somebody gave money, a matter that happened in Lagos, you arrested somebody in Lagos, bring the person, or rather brought the person to Ekiti to judge, try him there and put him in say there. You can imagine money, what money cannot do does not exist. You see what this is what Marx is talking about here. So you know book, know the law, finish, but you don't have money, you don't have class. Mark is saying, not me that I'm saying, oh, Mark is saying that for you to enjoy freedom and equality, you need this order to social and economic. So in all your knowing, you know book, that is fine, correct? You find handsome like me, all right? You handsome like me. You are so beautiful, like I don't know who to describe. Like when uh, one Senate leader saw one woman that he was screening, he lose control. Do you understand? If you like find like that woman, I don't want to mention anybody's name so that nobody will come and say, what were you saying? Do you understand? So I don't mention anybody's name and I didn't say anything. What I'm trying to say is that if you like find like that woman, uh but you no get money, you no get class, you cannot enjoy freedom. You cannot enjoy equality. In fact, let me even shock you, even those that claim to have class and even have money, more true. That is more powerful, more right to enjoy. According to what Marx is saying, it's not me that I'm saying it is Marx. According to what me I believe is that it doesn't matter how much money you have, you are to enjoy the right. But if you go to if you board an aircraft, you discover that a flight, you discover that there's what we call first class business, or is it business or the first class or whatever. And then we have the other German there. Do you understand? So you can see. Yesterday I was in a plane. They oh, normally if you are in a plane where there is no important, no VIP or VVVIPs. I'm talking about VVIPs. Do you understand? Where you don't have such, the pilot will just, hello, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to so flight. We'll be flying above thousands of meters above the sea level, and they will reach our destination in hours. Oh, you're welcome, and relax and enjoy your flight. But yesterday, when I entered the flight, when I were in the flight yesterday, what we see, we see, ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor, the Deputy Governor, I don't want to mention the state, the Deputy Governor of state, and other distinguished men and ladies and boys on the flight. So you see, someone was separated and distinguished and set apart, but we're in the same plane. So you understand what I'm talking about? So Marx, this is what Marx is talking about. It's not me. Marx is saying these things that even though this right we are to enjoy it, oh, we have the right, we have everything is equal. That's what they say. But for you to enjoy that real freedom and equality, you need ego. and you need class. You must define your class very well. And what define class is not the book you know. It is how much you are counting. Do you understand? So that's what it is. That is what Marx says here. But these things, we see element of this thing playing out in our society. Am I lying? If I'm lying, let me just remind you one thing. How many people Joe Biden forgave during his administration, but he pardoned his own son? He committed offense, committed crime. There are other people in prison there that committed crime and offense. But why is it that he did not forgive others? He just forgave his own son. You get why? This is what Karl Marx is talking about. Karl Marx. All right. So get money, get connections, so that you can enjoy real freedom and equality. I have dwelt so much on that. Let's move forward. Key historical milestones. Key historical milestone in the development of human rights. How does human rights came about? How does it start? Where did it start? How does it started? We want to know how it all started and what led to what, to where we are today. Early foundations, Cyrus cylinder, that is the Cyrus, that is of that king of Babylon or whatever. Cyrus cylinder, that is 539 BCE, often considered the first charter of human rights issued by Cyrus the Great of Persia. All right, issued by Cyrus the Great of what? Persia. Persia, if we're talking about Persia in today's time, maybe, and also those countries, all those places that we call Media, Persia in those days are roughly the ones that you can consider them like um, Iran, Pakistan, right? Those ones like that. You understand? Uh-huh. Something like that. So emphasizing what? Religious freedom and abolition of slavery. So Magna Carta 1215 limited the powers of the monarchy and established the principles of rule of law. All right? So this is how it all started. So, so that is the beginning of the beginnings. All right. So we have Enlightenment era. That is after the early foundation. We have the Enlightenment what era. So American Declaration of Independence, 1776, asserted the inalienable rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. So the American Declarations of Britain, and then they say life, liberty, and that's why they the happiness of their people. The French Declaration of the Rights of Man and of the Citizen in 1789 declared liberty and resistance to our rights. This declaration constitutes the rights of the human, and those rights are to be obeyed. Then we'll talk about the modern era. Let's look at the modern era. Universal Declaration UDHR adopted by the United Nations, it set a global standard for human rights. It set what? A global standard for human rights, covering civil, political, economic, social, and cultural rights. And this, so it's considered as the model. It's like it's other law that gave human rights law. This human rights laws we have, or provisions we have incorporated in our constitutions, are adopted from the UN Declaration on Human Rights. You understand? The UN Declarations on Human Rights. So all of us, if we look critically, what from those rights enshrined in the Constitution or in the United Nations, Nigeria. The implementation may be different, but the content remain the same anywhere you go. All right, there may be little adjustment here and there to fit the nature of the people where the laws applies, but the laws carry the same meaning. So international covenant, covenants, international covenants, ICCPR, CR, UDHR, member states to respect civil, political, economic, social, and cultural rights. The abolition of what? Apartheid. South Africa ended institutionalized racial segregation, major victory for human rights. Nelson Mandela spent more than 20 because he refused to keep quiet. To fight, to fight for your right is not always easy. It's not a, it is not, it's not, it's an activity to have the temerity, the audacity to confront whatever danger that is coming. Is not for people that can shy away easily. No. To fight for your rights, you must understand. That's what it is. So, necessity of speaking for his freedom, but at the end of it all, he secure not just his own freedom, but the freedom of his people. So always speak out when injustice, when oppression. Keep quiet until one day you say more. inside. Don't keep quiet. Say something so that you can be saved. All right? Don't keep quiet. In those days, whereby from a way to do family, the the and even parents and English is a useless man. This man, what do you think he is? And we'll deal with him, we'll lock him up, he will never come out of prison. This one, some of you here may experience that. So, but what do? You're not the development, regional one. On human rights, 1950, established the European Court, African Charter on Human Rights and People's Rights. African Charter on what? Human and People's Rights, 1981, emphasized collective rights and the interplay of. So, inter 1959, defended human rights in the Americas, and they are still defending, they are still promoting. You understand? So, this is what it is. So, you know what the human right is all about? People are led to what? You understand? This is the much we can take for today. Any question? Any question? Any question? Any question? Question? So Mr. Paul is saying that it's only a fool that keep quiet and die in silence. So date. Don't keep, all right? Speak up, justice, all right? When you are facing injustice. And I can share the material with you, but not today. Maybe after you. So what will come, right? Subsequently, the peace and conflict management. That one, so occupied like that. So, but this one will not do it like that. Yes, you have the manual. Just keep joining the training. You have the manual, right? Keep joining. Which is body on issues concerning human rights. We have the United Nations Human Rights Commission or whatever. All right, so they are the ones because the charter itself is of the United Nations. So the Human Rights Commission is spearheading because since the charter, since whatever is accepted by the United Nations, the commission there is the one responsible for the global human rights. But countries have the way, and you know that the membership of the United Nations is also voluntary. So sometimes some of these things are very, very difficult to be implemented. But where there is a challenge, when you feel that your right is being abused in your country, we have international court of justice. You can take your matter there and the address. All right, so you can take your case to international court of justice, and it will be attended to if it cannot be treated in your own country. Because besides, all the countries, agree with the United Nations declaration. So that is just it. Okay, somebody's asking a question here now. Please, I'm coming. Somebody was asking a question, and I think that question is very, very important. Give me a minute. I will attend to it sharply. Good. So I wanted to take some questions, but the way the network is behaving, I don't think we will continue. We'll see tomorrow. We'll see tomorrow by 7. Please, like I was saying, those of you that have not done your presentation, you better do your presentation. Start doing because we have to end by 15 together with the exams. So please do your presentations. And then also, those of you that did peace and conflict management, we need your testimonial videos. Please do it and send to us. We need it. Thank you. So we'll see tomorrow. See tomorrow by 7 p.m. This thing is not connecting again. Thank you very much. Bye.